Welcome everyone to Trinity Software's announcement of our new Rank Progress widget. I know that many of you have been waiting for this for a long time, and we thought it would be best to show you a video to show you how it works and how it will help your consultants achieve success. So the first thing we're going to do is this widget is actually on the dashboard. As you can see, I've pulled up our demo dashboard here, and the widget is basically when a member logs in, what the system does is it determines their current rank, which in this case is a distributor, and it determines the next highest rank right here that will be that the person is working towards, and it will be selected by default, and it will show them where they are towards progressing to this rank. Now there's several areas of the screen that you need to be aware of. But as the member decides to work towards higher ranks, they can preview where they are in each path by clicking the appropriate rank. Okay. Now you'll notice that the top rank here is outlined in orange. What that is a visual indicator that this is the rank that is the next one for you to achieve. Like I said, when it first comes up, it will be pre-selected for the consultant or member. If you look to the right in this pane, there are actually, this particular compensation plan has two sets of requirements. There's an initial set of requirements, which are the steps required to get to this rank initially. Then once they've achieved this rank, there's a set of maintenance requirements that are required when the person has already achieved the rank at some point in the past and they're just trying to re-achieve it or keep that rank. The member will be required to select whichever tab they want to look at. Now, a couple of key things about colors. You'll notice that the color for this rank is purple, and because the overall progress bar at the top here is also purple, that means that they are working on the initial requirements for bronze. In other words, they have never made this rank before, and this is what they have to do. Now, if they were in maintenance mode, so they've made this rank before, you'll notice that the color selected for this rank's maintenance requirements is actually green. If they were in maintenance, this bar at the top would be green. So it's a visual indicator of which set of requirements they're currently working on. As you look at this panel, all of the steps required to achieve a given rank are actually listed out in order that they need to achieve them. If you look, all of the text on this screen is configurable by you, the company owner, to say whatever you want. Right now, we've just used very kind of technical terms, so you probably want to make it a little bit more friendly terminology and more company-specific terminology. But basically, this is the title of the set of requirements to achieve bronze for the first time. There are, as you see, 5 steps. So if you look at step 1, this description of the step is also configurable by you. So you can put this in whatever terminology that your company needs to use to be able to clearly communicate the requirement. You'll notice that there is a column that says required. That is a required value. So in this case, it's $50. So the step is must be base qualified with $50 personal volume in the current period. So the required value is 50. They currently have $1, which means they're only 2% complete towards this step. As you move forward, then the steps can become more difficult, or whatever the requirement is. And they, like this one says, must have 3 more qualified legs. They currently have 3. They're required to have 3. They currently have 4. So this step is 100% complete. Okay. And as you move on down, you'll see that, okay, step 4, 4,000 or more in team sales in the current month. It's required is 4,000. They currently have 2,500, and they're 63% complete. So this person, it looks like they've done a good job. They only have 2 steps left to accomplish, but it kind of tells them where to focus their efforts. So if you'll also notice, so these all these are all count the same amount. The difficulty level I have set on all of these to be exactly the same. So you'll see this text underneath here that says it contributes 20% towards the overall rank requirement. Every one of these say that. So basically, these contribution percentages add up to 100. So once they're all at 100, that means the person has achieved the rank. Okay. Now, this is a very unique feature for this particular widget, and that we allow you to assign what is called weighting, WEIGHTING, to each rule that allows you to basically give it a difficulty score. So if you have the first 3 steps are very easy to achieve, we could assign these as 10%, 10%, 10%, and then the remaining percentages would be split between these the final 2 steps. Now you can do any combination of that you want. And as an example, if I go over here to the maintenance requirements, you'll see that the first step contributes 20% towards the overall rank requirement, and the second step is 80%. Now, what this means is that step 2 is much harder to achieve than step 1. This allows you to make the consultant understand the difficulty level of each step. You do not have to do this. The system will assign an even weight to each step if you don't assign any. So it's up to you. It just depends on how precise you want this widget to be. Okay? So what we look at here, since everything is, this example is very straightforward. Everything counts as 20%. So our overall percentage complete will be displayed in this donut to the right where it says 73%. That means you're 73% complete towards the rank. Okay? You'll notice the bar at the top is the overall progress for what we're looking for. It also says 73%. Remember that if they're in maintenance, this bar would be green and it would say 67%. So it will dynamically change based on the state of the individual. Now, as we move forward and we look at other ranks, like if I'm currently a distributor, but I'm really shooting for silver, so I want to see where I'm at for silver. They can look at all the requirements for silver, and you'll notice that the number of steps, depending on the rank, can change dynamically. Okay, and remember when you're looking at the widget that Firestorm follows a stair-step methodology, and that you must meet the requirements for bronze before you can be a silver. So these requirements all kind of stack on top of each other. So if they make it to silver, they've qualified for bronze. So in the Firestorm system, it is possible to jump ranks unless you have specifically prohibited that. Most companies don't, but some do. So you'll just have to understand your own compensation plan. Okay? You'll notice that each one of these is a different color scheme. That is on purpose. That is these colors are completely assignable by you. There's screens in admin that allow you to control the colors. Okay. Everything on the screen is actually mobile responsive. So let's look and see what it looks like when we get down to mobile size. And you can see that the rank widget changes to fit on your phone. Okay. So again, it still functions the same way. Now, I'm not quite down to phone size here because my browser won't let me quite get there. But on a phone, this list of buttons will actually go away to be replaced by a menu that will be like a drop-down box where they can select from the drop-down box. But other than that, everything works and displays exactly the same. The last piece that I want to tell you about today, because remember, gamification is so important right now because it helps people understand and easily understand the complex data that they're being presented with. Now, with the system, you'll notice that there's a little motivational message down here. These are actually controllable by you as the company, and you assign a motivational message to every step. Okay, so what the widget will do is it will make a determination as to which non-completed step are they closest to completing. In this case, it's step 4, and I've assigned a motivational message of saying there's no time like right now. Don't watch the clock, do what it does, keep going. Now, this text is 100% up to you. So if you want to give them some encouragement, you want to give them some advice about how to achieve step 4, you can do that. And the system will dynamically change this message based on which step they need to be working on. So once, in our example here, once they've achieved step 4, it will switch over to the motivational message for step 1 because they're kind of far behind on this one. So chances are they're going to achieve this one, step 4, before they achieve step 1. Okay? Now, some of you have compensation plans that have alternate sets of requirements for an initial rank achievement. So in other words, if you have initial requirements for bronze and it's 5 steps here, but then if they can't do this, you have an alternate requirement that says they have to have something like $100,000 in group volume. Those alternate requirements will display automatically on the widget. Okay? One of the things that sets this widget apart from every other vendor in the industry is that this widget is 100% configurable. No programming is required. You will be able to deploy this widget when it's put on your system for no additional cost. Our team will take care of configuring it for you so that it matches your compensation plan and will really boost the productivity of your members as they work towards achieving the next rank. So that's pretty much it for the rank achievement widget. There are 2 other new widgets that I'll show you very quickly that are also available to you at no cost. You just need to contact support and let them know that you would like to see these widgets on your system, and they'll get them added to your dashboard. The first is your team by level breakdown. So depending on this shows you the physical distribution of your customers and members through each level of a multi-level program, and it gives you a percentage of where your people are along with a total. The next widget is basically a commission summary, and what it does is it will actually show 2 months, and it can actually be configured to show more than that if you want to. 2 is pretty typical, but basically these are the types of commissions that were earned, what level. If it's a unilevel commission, it'll show which level you earned it from, and the total for that month. And it'll also tell you a percentage of where your income is coming from. We've discovered that consultants and field people really love this because it helps them really focus their efforts on the commissions where they can really learn and earn and apply and focus efforts towards earning more on those levels. Or if there's a weak area, like retail commissions for this person seem to be kind of low, so maybe they can focus in more on retail. Again, this is information that is available on the check summary report, but this is just a quick and easy way to see it on your dashboard that's fully mobile responsive. Okay, so that's it for today. This was a very large project for us, and we're very proud of it, and we look forward to deploying it on all of your systems. Again, this will be a no-cost upgrade. Our team will take care of setting it up for you, but you will need to schedule time because there is some effort to get it up and running on your machine. The software to drive this widget will be loaded on your servers on the very next rollout. So it's time to schedule your deployment now. Please call our support department and request to be put on the calendar for deployment of the rank widget. And we do expect a large rush of clients that want this immediately. So we just ask you that be patient because it takes a day or so to deploy it for each client. But we're going to do it for no charge, just as an enhancement to the Firestorm platform. We appreciate all of you as our clients, and we look forward to serving you for many, many, many more years in the future. Thank you for your time.